Is it possible to lose weight without meticulously tracking every morsel of food you put in your mouth? Tracking your calorie intake can be an effective strategy that can be employed as a tool for weight loss, weight maintenance, or weight gain. However, many individuals do not want to track or count their calorie intake in order to lose weight. Now, there can be many reasons for this. Perhaps they find the process too time-consuming for their busy lifestyle, or perhaps they have utilized this strategy in the past and found that it led to obsessive or unhealthy habits and relationships with food. Contrary to the prevailing narrative in the fitness industry, it's important to recognize that tracking and weighing every morsel of food you consume is not an absolute requirement for weight loss or for improved health. While it is undeniably one of the most accurate methods for fine-tuning your nutrition and shaping your physique, it does come with certain trade-offs, primarily in terms of the time commitment. So in today's video, I'm going to provide you with several strategies you can easily employ that will assist you in your weight loss journey without the need to use a food tracking app. Number one is to increase your protein intake. By increasing your protein intake, it can have many benefits, but the one that has been observed within the research literature is the natural shift in energy balance or the reduction in calorie intake when protein intake is increased. A recent study found participants reduced their daily calorie intake by around 440 calories per day when protein was increased from 15% of their total daily intake to 30%. But how, you might be wondering? Well, there are likely three factors at play here. Protein is rather energy costly and requires a greater number of calories to be broken down and metabolized than either carbohydrates or fats, increasing your calorie expenditure through the process known as the thermogenic effect of food. The second way protein can support fat loss is that protein is the body's least preferred energy source. Instead, the body prefers carbohydrates or fats as fuel. So, the protein we eat is more likely to be used for one of the various processes in the body, such as building muscle, rather than being stored as body fat. And thirdly, protein is highly satiating, contributing to our feelings of fullness. So this helps decrease the amount of calories we consume when a meal is high in protein. So on to number two, consume more whole foods. Whole foods such as grains, lean meats, vegetables, and fruits are extremely nutrient dense and typically less calorie dense. This means that you can consume a larger volume of most whole foods for a lower number of total calories, especially when compared to many processed foods, which are commonly more calorie dense and nutrient poor. Some good examples of this would be things like chocolate, cakes, or burgers. Whole foods also tend to be higher in dietary fiber, which again can contribute to feelings of fullness, again helping to naturally decrease the number of calories that we consume at each meal. Now, let me clarify that I'm not implying that processed foods are inherently bad or should be avoided altogether. My focus is specifically on their impact on weight loss strategies. And unfortunately, processed foods or takeout are just not conducive to reducing your overall calorie intake. So, if your goal is to lose weight or maintain your weight loss after a diet phase, one effective strategy is to decrease the proportion of processed foods in your diet while increasing the consumption of whole foods. This approach will naturally decrease your calorie intake and provide the added advantage of increasing the volume of food you consume. Number three, track your body weight. If you are consistently monitoring your body weight over an extended period of time, you will have objective data as to whether your current eating habits and activity levels are actually achieving the desired results. Once you've tracked your body weight for 4 weeks and your weekly average weight has decreased, this objective data shows your current dietary approach is leading to weight loss. With this information, you can then begin to implement additional weight loss strategies to create a calorie deficit, such as increasing your activity levels, reducing your portion sizes, or reducing your meal frequency. And last but not least, number four, intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting, also referred to as time-restricted eating, is a method that involves narrowing your eating window to a specific number of hours per day. The underlying principle behind this approach is that by shortening your eating window, you can effectively reduce your calorie intake. In fact, extensive research has validated that intermittent fasting can lead to significant reductions in calorie intake, up to 425 calories per day, even in individuals who did not consciously attempt to cut calories or lose weight. Now, I will say intermittent fasting is my least preferred method of calorie restriction. Such a strict eating window is certainly not for everybody, and this can lead to an unhealthy relationship with food. Although any form of caloric restriction, if carried out long enough, can have this effect. Intermittent fasting is not conducive to building or preserving muscle, particularly for popular fasting strategies such as alternate day fasting, where, as the name suggests, alternates between fasting days and regular eating days. Or the 5-2 approach, where you eat normally for 5 days of the week and you restrict your calorie intake to around 500 or 600 calories for the remaining 2 days. So here are my closing thoughts on this topic. In the pursuit of a healthier lifestyle, it is important to adopt an approach that aligns with your individual food preferences and goals. While meticulous tracking can provide valuable insights and facilitate more precise adjustments, which I am personally implementing now as I prepare for my upcoming physique competitions, it's equally important to acknowledge that this method may not be suitable or sustainable for everyone. There are many alternative strategies, some I've not even covered in this video today, that we use with our clients, which can be equally effective in achieving weight loss and enhancing your overall well-being. Prioritizing mindful eating, portion control, and making informed food choices can still make substantial progress towards your goals without the need for constant macro tracking. In my experience as a professional physique athlete, dietitian, and coach, it is essential to strike a balance between precision and practicality. Understanding that sustainable lifestyle changes often involve finding a sustainable approach that fits seamlessly into your daily routine and that isn't contributing to dysfunctional relationships with food. By focusing on long-term healthy habits and nurturing a healthy relationship with food, you can achieve remarkable transformations without feeling overwhelmed by the time commitment associated with meticulous tracking. Remember, the journey towards improved health and weight management should be one that enhances your quality of life, not one that consumes all of your time and all of your energy. Hopefully this video has provided you with some effective strategies that you can incorporate into your own weight loss and weight maintenance journey. And if you find yourself facing some challenges in stepping away from tracking macros without hindering your progress, please don't hesitate to reach out to me or my team. We are here to support you and guide you towards success. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys, and please don't forget to like it if you found it helpful, subscribe to my channel, and take a look in the description below where you can learn more about what we've talked about today, along with all of my other products and services.